Welcome in to today's Daily Sports Take. I'm really missing sports. It's day, feels like 596, but I think it's day 40 something. It was what, March 11th or March 12th, somewhere around there where we lost sports. I don't know, I'm going a little bit crazy without sports. I'm sure some of you are, but there have been some things, including the NFL draft. I talked about it, broke it down after each round, and then I broke down division by division after the draft what I thought of each team's draft. So if you missed any of those videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and then check out those videos. Now today I want to talk about some NFL news that is a couple days old now but still relevant because the news cycle in sports is a lot longer now because there's less to talk about. But that news is Andy Dalton signing with the Dallas Cowboys for 1 year, $3.4 million with incentives that could get him up to $7 million. Now a lot of people have been questioning this deal. They're wondering, is Dak Prescott still going to be the starting quarterback after the 2020 season? Could Andy Dalton actually take over for Dak Prescott? Well, let's take a look at the numbers, compare their first 4 seasons to each other, because I do believe those Bengals teams, his first 4 years from 2011 to 2014, were somewhat comparable to this Dallas Cowboys teams. You see the numbers very similar for Dak Prescott and Andy Dalton. The one number that sticks out like a sore thumb to me, though, is the interceptions. Dak Prescott has only thrown 36, Andy Dalton threw 66. That's a huge difference in the way that they read defenses, and so I do believe that Andy Dalton has gotten better at reading defenses over the last few years. That comes with age. He is 32 years old now, but I'm not sure if he's the perfect fit for the Dallas Cowboys. I do think that with the talent around him, very similar to what he had in Cincinnati when he had AJ Green and Mohamed Sanu and that great offensive line, he had 2 solid running backs, he had a great defense. I do think the talent in Dallas does compare to his heyday there in Cincinnati, but I'm just not sure he's the guy that would get them over the hurdle if Dak Prescott isn't the guy in the first place. I think their games are very similar. We'll take a look at the numbers here again. You can see the playoff appearances, first 4 years, Andy Dalton 4, Dak Prescott 2. Dalton didn't win any playoff games. Dak Prescott already has 1 playoff win. So that's another difference right there. We've seen that Dak Prescott can win playoff games if he can get his team there. Now, the one concern I have with Dak Prescott, and the reason why I think the Andy Dalton signing was a great signing for the Dallas Cowboys, well, actually, there's 2 great reasons. The first great reason is in the NFL, there's 2 most important positions on any team. The number 1 most important position, your starting quarterback. Number 2, your backup quarterback. You have to have a great backup quarterback. But then secondly, Dak Prescott is slowly pricing himself out. Think about it. This team has a lot of young talent, right? That they're still on rookie contracts, especially on defense. They've slowly started having to pay their offensive players. Their offensive linemen are making money. Ezekiel Elliott's making money. Amari Cooper's making money. But Dak Prescott is reportedly, we don't know the exact numbers, but reportedly the numbers are $32 million a year and $105 million guaranteed for a 5-year contract. Those are the numbers that he has reportedly turned down. Now that would make him a top 5 highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But can you honestly say that Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? I don't think I can say he's a top 5. He's a fringe top 10 quarterback in the NFL at best. But reportedly, he still wants closer to $40 million a year with even more guaranteed money on a 5-year contract. So if Dak Prescott plays the way he did last year, which he was one of the league leaders in passing yards but wasn't translating to wins, would it be so bad for them to go with Andy Dalton as their starting quarterback moving forward? He's cheaper, he's more experienced, and you'll be able to continue to pay all the talent around him so that you don't have to blow up your team. Because you've seen it with guys like Aaron Rodgers who take a boatload of money, and hey, I'm not knocking him for taking that money. You can never knock a player for taking as much money as they're going to be offered, but then the team around him and the supporting cast can't be paid as much, and so you have to constantly rely on the draft to rebuild your teams because you have to let some of your star players walk after the rookie deals. So it could be interesting for the Dallas Cowboys to see how this plays out. Dak Prescott has started all 64 games in his career. I don't expect that to change in 2020. They're going to give him this year to see if he's really worth that $40 million, but listen, if he goes on and leads the league in passing yards and leads them to a 12-4 or 13-3 record and makes the playoffs, they'll have no choice but to pay Dak Prescott whatever money that he wants. So he's taking a risk on himself here, because if he doesn't do that and say he does what he did last year and they miss the playoffs, they go 8-8, 9-7, miss the playoffs, they might just be like, listen, we have the Red Rocket here in our camp, in our system already. Let's just roll with him. Is he really that worse than Dak Prescott? So slippery slope here for Dak Prescott. He's betting on himself. Now he has a potential replacement, but if not, at least one of the top 2 backup quarterbacks in the NFL now, Andy Dalton. So the Dallas Cowboys are really smart by signing Andy Dalton, but it is a business move, and it does shore up the number 2 position on that roster. So let me know what you think. Should Andy Dalton become the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys in 2021, or should they give Dak Prescott as much money as he would like? Be sure to comment your thoughts down below in the comment section, and then as always, I'd love it if you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So with that, I hope everybody has a great Tuesday.